wonderful Thursday. Welcome, welcome. Am I feeling a bit of a silly, goofy goober right now? Yes, I am, because I already did this and I have my mic on mute. So, you know, tech problems, they happen to everyone. But here we are, we've got it, the mic is working now, you guys can hear my voice, it's beautiful. But welcome to today's video. I think you guys are gonna love this. So, a little bit of backstory, what are we doing today? Well, the Growing Together pack got announced. The new pack, the new expansion, however you want to say it. The Growing Together pack, Generations, has been announced. It comes out in March. I'm very excited for it. Any excuse to get more content for The Sims, and I'm there. So today's build is inspired by it. I was like, I want to do a build in preparation. Now, how can you do a build in preparation for a pack that hasn't been released? I will tell you. We do it by, we're going to build a home today. We're building a home for a young couple. Maybe they've just bought their first house or something, but we're building a home for them. We're going to decorate it for a young couple. And that's kind of going to be it today. It's going to have like a few rooms, like a home office, a garage kind of thing, maybe filled with a lot of clutter. And what we're going to do is when that new pack gets released in March, I already have it pre-ordered, but when it gets released, we're then going to revisit this home and update it for their new family life stage. So for instance, the home office is going to become a nursery, the garage is going to become a granny annex, stuff like that, and all the furniture as well, because I want to fill this furniture with lots of non-child friendly things, like a cream sofa, cream fluffy rugs, heavy like plant pots filled with cactuses, you know, that kind of stuff you wouldn't have if you have a baby or an infant crawling around. That's the plan. Anyway, so I hope you guys like the concept. We're gonna get into this build right now and away we go. Okie dokie, here we go. Right, found this very nice lot. We found a very nice lot to build this on. I was like, right, I know I want this to have a garage. I already said that. I know I want a garage for us to turn this into a granny annex. So this is kind of the layout at the moment. This does shrink a little bit. I think the right side shrinks a little bit in the end. I was like, I just want it to be big, open plan, and try something different with the roofing. I suck at roofing. We actually nailed this pretty quickly. I'm not mad at it. But there you go. So this is going to be the garage on this side, the bit that I'm faffing about with now. I was like, let's do a different style roof to it. Let's just make it a little bit different, add a nice porch area. But I was like, in my brain, this is what like the typical American style homes look like. I could be wrong. I'm a Brit. I have no idea. This is just my take from all the Sims videos that I watch on YouTube. But here we go. So we add like a nice porch, add some columns to it as well. I just think it like looks like very all-American typical kind of home in my brain. And I would quite like a porch at the front where I could sip my coffee in the morning and watch the sunrise kind of vibe. So we've gone, oh, there you go. We raised it on a foundation. We then covered this garage. You see me grab this, the terrain tool in just a second. There you go. Just to blend that in, because you don't want like a big curb between your garage door and the floor. So it's like, it kind of looks like a ramp. It makes it a little bit smoother. It makes sense. So that's what we've done there. We've gone with this green wooden siding around the whole house as well, which works really nicely with like the white wooden features that we've done with, we do it with the doors, the fence, and the windows as well. Just gives it this real clean, kind of, I would say beachy vibe, but I don't know if that's correct. Here we go, the wedding day story windows. We take like the banisters off the bottom ones, there you go. So I was like, you don't need banisters on the ground floor windows. Like that's fine if they open straight out onto the deck. I was like, that's no biggie. Here we go, right, stairs. My nemesis. Does anyone else have issues with stairs? This set of stairs, I will say, goes quite smoothly compared to the rest of it. On loads of my other builds, the stairs have always caused me such a headache. And I think because I did the stairs first, I didn't do any other of the bits of the floor plan. It was like, no, let me get the stairs in and then we'll build around the stairs, not the other way around like I normally do. Now here, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do archways or if we wanted to do like columns and spandrels. So I show you both. I show you what it looks like with the archways, which is like a nice little vibe, but we don't do that. I end up doing the spandrels, and it looks quite cute. We go for quite a minimal white wood look again, just to add a little bit of character to the property, and keep that theme running throughout the whole build. So this carries on into the kitchen. We do it up the stairs with the banisters up there as well, and it's just like a nice way to tie the whole build together. And I believe I end up using the green siding outside. I use that green color again throughout the build, just to tie it all together, make it feel a little bit cohesive. Maybe it was like a purpose-built house, I'm not sure. But like I said, a young couple, they're just moving in, so that's who we're decorating and building for in mind. So they weren't thinking about kids yet, but they're like, oh, it's great, it's got an extra bedroom kind of vibe, you know, which is going to be their home office at this stage of the build. Oh, here we go. Right, we're doing the upstairs floor plan. It's not like me to do a full floor plan before I start decorating. I'm so proud of myself. So behind the stairs on each level, I wanted a bathroom. So this is the upstairs bathroom. And it's kind of a weird shape upstairs. I was like, well, I know I want 2 bedrooms, but it doesn't make sense. So what we end up doing is adding an ensuite, as you can see here, for the master bedroom, having the main family bathroom, and then the second spare room. The layout is at 100%. We do come back and tweak this. But to start with, I was like, this is what we'll do. Because always it's a real long, thin room, which doesn't make sense in a house of this size. So we end up moving both of the bathrooms over a bit, and I think doing built-in wardrobes at both sides as well. I might show you one here. We'll see. I forget which way of this build I did it. We only did it the other day. Right, here we go. So the doors are in, the banisters are in. And we'll have a look, but I'm pretty sure we put a big walk-in wardrobe to the right, and then we move both bathrooms over slightly. There you go. That's what we end up using. And we end up replicating that in the master bedroom as well. Just so we didn't have to faff about too much storage as well. I think it works really nicely in my personal opinion anyway. Which, you know, that's the only one that matters when I'm building live. Okay, yeah, here's the downstairs bathroom. So this is literally just your WC, just a toilet and sink's gonna be in there. We do end up doing Juliet bathroom doors on it, that you can enter that bathroom from either side of the property. You don't have to walk all the way around this U shape if you don't want to. You can just go, okay, in I go. There we go. See, we just shrunk the kitchen side because it was huge. It was massive. I have space blindness in The Sims. I'm like, I don't know how big furniture is until I start putting things down. There you go. Right. So here's the extra one. We're going to push that over slightly, create a bigger ensuite for the master bedroom and a slightly larger family bathroom up there, because that's going to have a bath and things, so that you can give, I guess, infants a bath. I presume it's kind of like pets, but you can't just pop them in the shower with you. Okay, so we're adding on our window and doors. Again, keeping those wedding day doors going, wedding day windows, sorry, at the back as well. Here we go. Add a little, I guess, what would this be called? It's not a porch. It's just like a large solid stone area before you exit. Because I always find it's a bit weird if you exit directly out onto stairs. It's kind of a tripping hazard. So we got this just to lead you into the back garden. It's a nice big back garden as well back here. So I believe with the fencing, we don't go all the way to the garage. We stop before the garage. Just made more sense in my brain not to connect it all the way. I think it made it look a little bit more realistic. Or if we just saw that terrain out there, there we go. And keeping with the whitewood theme as well. See, add a little bit of shading. Always with all of your builds, add that little bit of terrain paint around the edges. It just gives it that extra little bit of oomph that you need. Here we go, here's the driveway. Add in a little down the driveway. Look at it, there we go. Just gives it an extra little oomph, you know, extra little oomph. Right, into the kitchen we go. Now, I always really struggle. Oh, we're doing the spandrel first. I was gonna say, I always really struggle trying to pick a like tile / backsplash color for a kitchen, but it works out quite nice. We go quite neutral, and I think the cabinets are where we keep the green theme going, I believe. Just nice clean floors. That wooden floor we actually use across the entire house, I believe, as well. Except for the bedrooms, I think we add carpet in there. But everything else is really clean, really minimal, very, I guess, neutral, as a lot of new homes are. There's a lot of beige, which is fine. We can do a bit of beige. There's going to be more color eventually. Here are the banisters. Again, that white wooden theme. And there we go. Okay, yes, look, Juliet bathroom doors. Because I feel like if you were in the kitchen and you wanted to go to the bathroom, you wouldn't want to have to walk all the way through to the living room. You're just not going to want to do it. So that's why we put a bathroom door on each side. It's just a little water closet. It's not the end of the world. And here are the green cabinets. I love the country kitchen home cabinets. Or cottage living. Are they cottage living cabinets? I think these are stunning, and in this green color as well. Just adds like a little extra warmth. It matches the outside of the house. This is me struggling trying to place this island. I struggle with island counters so much, especially if I'm trying to connect them to kitchen counters. I have no idea why it takes me so long to wrap my brain around it, but it does. It's okay. We get there in the end. That's all we need to know is like, look, I nail it in the end and everything's fine. Now, this is something I like to do in the majority of my big kitchens that I build, is that little semicircle worktop space to the right there. It's brilliant for like adding extra clutter if you're low on counter space, because you can use it as a prep station. That's how I see it. You put like your cookbooks on there, your utensils that you might need. I'm pretty sure we expand it to be a little bit bigger as well, so we can put the hob there as well, just to separate it all. On me and my windows. I'm obsessed with putting a window in front of a kitchen sink. I just think if you're having to do the washing up, you want a nice view while you're there. That's just my opinion. Most people could probably live without it, but I'm like, no, it needs a window there. We add in the matching basin, and I love these basins. If I could have one in my own kitchen, I would love that, but hey ho, I'm renting at the moment, so I can't change my own kitchen. All the appliances, we love some clutter here. Are the little kitchen island chairs. I do this a lot in my builds where I'll put down all my options, and Twitch Live will help me. They'll help me narrow it down and decide on the final outcome. To the point that it's kind of a running joke now. We call it a garage sale, or a car boot sale if you're in the UK like me, where you just have all these sofas sat outside the property while I decide which one I want to use. Oh no, oh, and the little soap. I'm getting better at doing my alt placement on counters. I always thought, oh, what's the point? It doesn't add too much difference, but like having that soap dispenser on the windowsill makes way more sense than it taking up like a whole quadruple little section on your worktop. That's what I'm saying. So here you can have all your little preparation clutter, so utensils, spice racks, cookery books, you name it, you can have it here, so it's not all on your main kitchen counters. I just think it's a super cute idea. Only if you have space, obviously, to make this fit, but I think it's rug time. I have to place a rug in every single one of my builds. If it doesn't have rugs or plants, is it even a life and Beth build, is what I have to say to myself. Maybe that could be a challenge for us at some point, decorate a house without rugs or plants. I think it would personally look very boring, but it would be a challenge. We could see if we can test ourselves to try different things. Now this ends up really cute. This console table, I use as like a fake picture ledge. So all of these are like wall photos and wall portraits and stuff, artwork pieces, but I prop them just above the table to make it look like they're all leaning against it. I thought it was a really cute touch. I don't know if it necessarily pays off for everyone, but I think it's really cute. It's a way to like display all your photos, maybe your degree certificates and stuff. I just thought it was a really cute idea. I thought it was a little bit different from how I normally do my builds. Obviously adding the plants in there. We got the light switch to the left as well. There we go, make sure we get that placement right. And add some crockery at the top. This crockery shelf here is really nice. I think it's from the Jungle Adventure one, but it looks so pretty, especially because it's in the white swatch as well. I think I had another plant in here. Yep, sounds about right. I tell you, if it doesn't have a plant, I don't want it. Now here I was trying to work out if we should have a seating area, but it was just way too many chairs in this area, hence you just saw me move them to the living room. We end up making this more of the entryway, so a place for you to take your shoes off, put your jackets, your umbrellas, anything like that really. It's kind of like a nice little storage area just as you walk in, because I don't know if it's just because of the house I'm in, but you kind of walk through the entryway into the kitchen, then the living room. So in my brain, you just wouldn't go straight into the living room with your mucky shoes and stuff. So in my brain, it made sense. You may disagree, and that is okay to disagree. More plants. and then the downstairs bathroom. I love the tiles we end up using in here. We use the Spade in this sage green color again, so it matches what's going on in the kitchen. It matches what we've got going on the outside of the property. This was just me trying to work out if I wanted matching white or green tiles. We stick with white just to keep it nice and fresh. I'm pretty sure we use Jungle Adventure cabinets as well. They look really, really nice. They're like rustic, but in a different way to the cottage living, because I use the cottage living ones all the same builds that I do. So I was like, let's mix it up. We're going Jungle Adventure. Now, all the bathrooms end up similarly decorated, because in a house this size, I just feel like you're not going to pick out different tiling for each bathroom. I just don't see that. So I was like, we're going to do them all similar cabinets, similar styles, but it's like a very calming experience, like with the sage greens, the whites. It makes sense to me. I would happily use those bathrooms. Now, this was us trying to fit the garage door in. I think we end up scooting it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. But I made sure to add a blind on there, because I was like, it's an internal door. You don't really want a window, but maybe you do. So you put a blind there, just kind of future-proofing it. Maybe it keeps the heat in a little bit better. I don't have a garage attached to my house, so I wouldn't know. My garage is so far away from my house that it's not even worth me using my garage. I use it as storage basically, and it makes a ton more sense. It's too far to go. Like if you just want to nip to the garage, it doesn't work for me. But that's why we use that door there with the blind. We're gonna add a little bit of extra things to this entryway. So another little mirror, because I think mirrors should be everywhere in the house. I think as just as you're about to leave, you just want to make sure that you look okay and you're not looking a mess kind of thing. Now, this living room, I cut so much of this living room build out for you guys. This took a while. We were trying different fireplaces, different sofas. You're just seeing like the end result almost here. I struggled so bad because none of the fireplaces fitted where we wanted them to. They all looked a little bit bizarre. So in the end, we scrapped the idea of a fireplace. What we end up doing is we turn this couch white, kind of a cream off-white color, very unchild friendly. Add the TV here and just scoop. Because otherwise you weren't going to be able to see the TV. If I had the TV on the wall where the curtains are, it just didn't make sense. So I think we just end up putting like a little bit of fluff there, like a little side table. We also add like a hobby section. So it's filled with like the artist easel and lots of paints. We hide some board games under the sofa there. I don't know if you just saw that. Because if you have kids, you're not doing that. You're not leaving little bits on the floor. They're a choking hazard. So we put these easels in here. A fun thought that we had live on stream was the paintings that I put on the wall behind this are paintings that they've made themselves, but these exact ones are also going to end up in the nursery. So at the moment, they're just cute little art prints that they've been working on, but they're going to grow with the house and they're going to go into the child's nursery room once we revisit. And I thought that was such a cute little nod, because you don't just throw things away. Like a house, some furniture eventually will go, but a lot of the furniture you reuse, you move around your house and you repurpose it. So that's the main focus of this build. It's not just to clear out all the furniture when we come to revisit it, but it's to repurpose a lot of the furniture. So for instance, this garage, at the moment, it's just a storage room, but this is where the grandparents are going to live. So we've got to turn this into a beautiful little granny annex at some point, which is really exciting. We might have to create a shed in the garden for a lot of like the bikes and things, because obviously this isn't going to be in the house anymore. Where are you going to put a treadmill if this is where the grandparents are going to live? So it's going to present a whole bunch of new challenges when we have to redecorate it, and that's like real life. That's what I like about this idea, is it's a real life scenario. You don't just throw a whole room's contents away when like you have to change its purpose. You either move it to other places in the house or you would sell it. And I think that's really cute. So maybe we'll even build a family for this and try and use the funds to decorate the granny annex or something. We'll figure it out together. Here are the cobwebs. These cobwebs are fantastic. These came from the vampire pack and I use them in so many of my builds just to make it look a little bit more left alone, as if it's not been touched very much. We got their little home gym section down here. they're probably not going to use it as much when they have their kids anyway. Here is the upstairs. So this is the little balcony that I was saying at the start that I would love to sit and have my cup of coffee on. I think it would be really cute. And lots of plants again, because if you're anything like me, just plants make you feel better. Plants make me feel more connected. My actual house has so many plants, real and fake. I have like the fake Lego plants as well around my house. But the real plants, oh, they're just so lush. Like luscious, vibrant greens, and I adore it. This is so cute. We had a little candle on there as well. So the bathroom clutter candle doesn't actually have a flame on it. I don't know if they're going to change that in an upcoming patch, but when we built this, it didn't have a flame, which was really confusing. Here's the little hallway. So again, wildly impractical if you have a toddler running around. You would not have all this easy to grab furniture at head height. I think we do some like heavy little succulents. Yeah, there we go. The heavy pots with the succulent plants in the corner. It's just all a little bit of a hazard. And you probably wouldn't have a door that just slides open onto the balcony as well. So maybe they'll put like a little gate around it or something, just to stop the infant getting through everywhere. I don't know what the mechanics are gonna be, but no one wants that infant getting out onto a balcony on their own. So, right, here are the other two bathrooms. So we're starting with the ensuite. I thought for the parents' ensuite, we should do a shower to give like a quick wash option if they want it. But the main family bathroom, well, it's going to have the bath in so they can sort out the infant in there as well. Now this window, oh my God, this window gave me so many headaches. Both of these bathroom windows actually, because of where they're placed, it means that I couldn't have a mirror in front of the sink. So I was trying different options. I was like, well, maybe we just have a mirror to the side. It just looked weird. So in the end, what I end up doing is just moving the windows. I was like, you know what? The windows don't need to be where they are. Let's get the mirror above the sink, because I feel like it's essential. It's essential in the bathroom that you have a mirror above the sink. Anything else would just be weird. So we moved the windows. Now, I know it looks a bit weird, the window's looking directly into the shower, but these windows have shutters on. So I'm like, if you really do want your neighbors to see you, you could just close the shutters and all would be fine. It makes sense to me, nobody argue. Now, we got very luxurious products in this bathroom because this is the ensuite. So I want to make sure all the fancy bits, because it's their own personal bathroom. It makes sense to me. Now, this bedroom, we went very wild on the green. I was like, we've already established they love the plants. We had them all over the build. So if you're given free reign to decorate your bedroom, let's go heavy on this plant theme. So we added like a big jolt of color in here because everything else is really neutral. So instead we went neutral on accessories in this room. I love what we do with these hanging lights here for the bedside lights. I think this is such a good little hack. If you have a small bedside table and you just want to make sure that you've got like enough space so you can add your clutter and everything on, this makes sense to me. This makes sense. So hopefully this will inspire you on a future build as well to do that instead of the lamps on there. Now we didn't need a big dresser or wardrobe because we have the big built-in one to the right now, and add some little plants here. It's just very cozy. We don't end up putting a main ceiling light in this room because I was like, I feel like they've done it themselves, you know, where they're like, no, we want these two statement pieces, two statement lamps above the bedside, and it works so well. Now you're gonna go on a journey with this second bathroom, or third bathroom, should I say. This one goes through a lot of different options, and I get very, like, you can see me flinging these cabinets all over the place trying to figure out where things should go. But we end up sorting it out. We end up adding laundry because we already put a laundry basket downstairs, so it makes sense. We've added like the utilities in this family bathroom as well because it was such a large size. It makes sense, you know. A few colourful little toiletries in there, nothing too fancy, but I think it just makes so much more sense to have your washing facilities like this in a bathroom. In the UK, they're most of the time in the kitchen. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. Here we go in the home office. So remember, this home office is what is going to become the nursery. So it's just a spare little room for a little workstation we set up. Nothing too fancy. I feel like they only work here when they want to. Maybe they still go away for their work most days, but it gives them the option to work from home if they want. So again, lots of storage boxes. It's not really a room that they spend a lot of time in, was my thought process here. So we just add in all the little clutter, more plants, obviously, more plants. A room is never complete without plants. A spare chair, just so if the other person wants to come sit with them while they're working, they can have a chat. Because that's what I have in my office. I have a spare chair, just in case, you know. Oh, look, there you go. Here's the build. Right, let's do a walk through the build, shall we? So you guys can see it in all its glory. I tried to do the fancy camera angles. It doesn't work. We scrapped the fancy camera angles very quickly. But there's an idea of what the kitchen diner looks like. 10 out of 10 would happily live here, would happily cook, dine, entertain in here. The living room as well feels quite open, quite airy. Again, all those neutral colors with the hint of green running through with the plants everywhere. It's just so cute. Obviously the storage locker, aka the garage, which will be the granny annex. I'm so excited for when that build happens. Bathroom number 1, you can see the laundry basket in the corner there. A beautiful entryway and beautiful upstairs landing as well. Oh, with the gorgeous balcony. This balcony, everything, is my favorite bit of the build. A very cozy, inviting master bedroom with a fantastic ensuite. You can see the main bathroom just to the side there. And then we also have, oh, there you go, there's a bed. Look at the master, not the master bedroom, the family bathroom is what I was trying to say. And here is the home office. That's a very quick tour of it, but that's the build. I loved this so much. I think it worked so well. Any tips, anything you might have changed, please let me know as well. This is on the gallery on EA. It's just under Life and Beth. If you want to find it, you can download it there and you can update it as well when the new generations, I know it's not called generations, I'm calling it generations, but Growing Together pack launches. And there you have it, guys. I hope you loved this build as much as I did. This was so fun to do. It's a build that I don't normally do. I couldn't find the word there. I don't normally build like a big suburban American open plan home, but I really enjoyed it. It was really different to what we normally would do, and I'm not mad or sad about it. So I hope you loved this build. It took us 9 hours live on stream to do this. I know we condensed it real quick there, but took 9 hours live. If you want to see the builds live as they happen, feel free to follow me on Twitch. I'm Life and Beth on Twitch. And yeah, you'll see all the builds in there. Real time build process. It's a lot, but we have a lot of chaotic fun on there. More builds are coming. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm trying to upload some shorts as well, and hopefully we'll be starting a let's play too. So I'm going all in on my Sims content on YouTube. We'll see how it goes, but I hope you're loving it. Please feel free to share your thoughts, feedback, and comments in the comments. I think that's right. Feel free to share your feedback, thoughts, anything you want, future ideas that you might want in the comments. It all really helps me out because I'm trying something new this year. I'm trying a new platform and I would massively appreciate it. But thank you so much if you made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday and I can't wait to see you all soon.